Driving irons have a bit of a love-hate relationship in my bag. Sometimes I love them, sometimes I hate them and replace them with hybrids, but it's always good to test new ones. And the one I'm testing today is arguably one of the best looking ones I think I've ever seen. It's the Wilson Staff model driving iron. Now this one is 24 degrees, so it's around about a 4 iron. So when I'm testing it, I'm expecting 205 to 210 yards. I've got a KBS 80 gram stiff shaft in this. Now I don't normally like graphite shafts when it comes to driving irons and irons in general. I've hit them before when I did a Titleist versus Srixon challenge. The Titleist had the graphite, Srixon had the steel, and I actually quite enjoyed it, but that was a 2 iron. I don't know how I feel about it with a 4 iron, but today I'm going to find out. So I'm going to hit some shots, tell you how it looks, sounds and feels, then I'm going to get some numbers and see how it performs for me, and then we're going to go on to one of the courses here, just hit a few shots off the tee and see really how it performs there, because arguably if you're going to be hitting a driving iron, you want to be in play a lot of the time. So as you look down at this club, you're seeing quite a thick top line here, but that's what you want. If you're into a driving iron, you're going to want some help. I don't know anybody who really likes a blade when it comes to a 4 iron. It's not the most forgiving thing. So this is actually looking and feeling like it's going to give me some forgiveness. Now you do get a weight at the bottom, so that to me says it's going to aid the launch of this golf club. So always when it comes to these type of irons, you're looking for that little bit of help with launch. Now everybody wants a little bit of help with launch. I'm no different. Although I've got some speed, I still want that help, especially when it comes to an iron like this. Offset, it's got a little bit, but that's to be expected and actually quite welcomed with this golf club. Felt powerful. Felt really powerful. First shot though, as expected, a little bit fadey. I always hit long irons fadey. Ball speed pretty good, launch angle pretty good, backspin a little bit too high, and because of that only 201 carry. But this is a 4 iron, I'm only going to want it to go 205 anyway, that's what my current 4 iron goes, so that's what I'm expecting from this. So first shot, not too far off. I'm starting to become a fan of that fade, really enjoying it. Sound off the face is difficult in here because sound echoes around a little bit. It did sound a little bit loud, well certainly louder than I'm used to when it comes to an iron. But it feels powerful. Yeah, that's a lot better strike. Yeah, a lot better. So ball speed is up, launch angle is down, so the spin is down. Around 4,000 is fine for me when it comes to that sort of 4 iron. And a carry of 215. A little bit on the far side for me, but you've got to remember this is a graphite shaft. This is 40 grams lighter than the shaft that's in my 4 iron at the moment. So I'm going to gain yardage, that's no doubt. But what I like about this shaft is it feels easy. With my heavy shaft, can sometimes feel a bit of a chore to sort of get that club to square up, whereas with this graphite shaft, I'm actually really enjoying it. A nice high fade, 204 yards. Just the problem with the shaft is it becomes spinny for me. That's why I like that heavy, low spinning shaft, because it just gets the ball out there a little bit. But what I like about this combination is you've got the possibilities of someone with slower swing speeds to be able to possibly use this and maybe get the ball out there a little bit further. Now, don't get me wrong, I think a hybrid is probably a better choice for that person, but let's try a slower swing speed. So I'm just going to try and hit this very slowly. I say very slowly, slowly for me. So around about 140 mile an hour ball speed would be normal for me. So I'm going to try and get this in and around sort of 120 and see how the numbers look then. So again, fadey, ball speed down at 115 and then a carry of 167, which actually is not too bad if you think of the swing speed that I put into that. People who are at that swing speed aren't getting a lot of distance with their clubs. So maybe having something like this in there, it could be like a 150 club because it is easy to hit. Can you step on it? Can I get this out to 220 if I just need to power one out there? No, I can't. I mean, to be fair, the total distance is 224, carries there, but for me, this combination, look, the ball speed went up to 142. This combination of shaft and head is just a bit spinny for me. But the flip side of that is it's going the yardage I want it to go, but it's super forgiving. Like that spin makes it super forgiving. You get that low spin in, then suddenly you can start duck hooking and things like that. But actually that spin's helping it stay straight. So arguably it's going the distance I want it to go, but it's getting there easier. But I think if this was into wind, that would then balloon up. So I'm just going to put this back in the stance a little bit. Now, you can see here that the peak height is here on that shot. So I want it to go the same yardage, but can I get the peak height down a little bit if it was required to go into wind? So the ball's going back in my stance a little bit more. This may hook slightly, but I'm trying to keep the peak height down. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. So by putting the ball in my stance, that's then turned into a draw. Now the peak height is here, previously it was there, so that is a considerable drop. Ball speed is a little bit down, spin is still pretty spinny, and it's probably about 7 yards shorter. So all in all, a really, really versatile club that's going the yardage I want it to. There's no point in me going and getting numbers. You've seen what the numbers are doing. It's going the 205 and rolling out where I'd want it to. It's doing everything I'd want my 4-iron to do, except this feels a lot easier to get there. Okay, so a bit of technology in this. Hollow body design, as expected. What that will give you is extra distance, extra forgiveness. And with that slight weight at the bottom and the hollow body design, that will pop the ball up and launch the ball a little bit better. And I'm certainly seeing that in here, where my normal 4-iron would be sort of 14, 15 degrees of launch. This is popping up towards 17, 18, so it's definitely getting that launch in there and then giving me a bit of extra spin. That's where the forgiveness comes into it. It's also got a high strength C300 face on this, again, just designed to give you better ball speed. This club was actually designed as a prototype for the PGA Tour players, but it was that good they've actually put it into the lineup, so it's a tour proven golf club. Okay, a little bit of challenge to myself. Pin is here on the right hand side of this green with water to the right, and we have 205 yards. That, if I was stood over it on a golf course, is a perfect 4-iron. Now the water to the right worries me, not gonna lie. So I'm gonna aim slightly left of that pin, or slightly left on this anyway, and try and fade it in nice and high to land soft. Or I'm gonna literally pull the living hell out of it. Didn't go into water, every cloud. That's getting there. Land soft. Yeah, lovely. And that's where the spin comes in. That's where the spin is helping, especially into a green. That extra spin is just going to stop that ball a little bit easier. I would take that from 205 yards all day. 22 feet to the pin. Oh, shank my balls. Just for reference, for those that are interested, this part of the golf club here has no forgiveness. Lovely, lovely. What a little confidence booster that is. Little, it's in your head. Oh, water me. Water my balls. Oh, let's have one more go at this. Come on. Bigging this club up a minute ago. A little bit skinny, but it'll work. That's where the forgiveness comes into this. I hit that pretty low in the face, but it still did okay. A little bladed 4-iron, that would have stung like mad. When you're just talking about these clubs on the range, you hit them well, but as soon as you've mentally put something in the way, it plays with you. Absolutely just plays with your head. Oh, you gotta love golf. Oh wow, that's massive. That's 215. It's safe though. Right, we'll hit one more and then we shall conclude. All in all though, I think it's a very easy shot, easy club to hit. It doesn't really make me feel like I'm like a normal 4-iron would, which would worry me. It's just feels like it's gonna pop up. Is that the one? Is that the one? Big bounce. Yeah, I'll take that. You know what, all in all, this is a really, really impressive little driving iron. I think I'd love it in like a 2 and a 3 iron and possibly a 4 iron as well. I just think it's really forgiving. Now, those last couple of shots probably didn't sort of show that, for example, but they did show that because I hit one super low in the face and it still got to the front edge. However, you hit out the hosel, nothing saving that. I really like this, I really like it, and I think with this shaft it just gives you that extra bit of forgiveness. I think if this was my 120X shaft in here, it would certainly go a little bit lower, spin a bit less, and maybe go a bit further, but I think I'd lose that spin and forgiveness. So this combination is actually a pretty good combination. You just got to think about it if the conditions were pretty windy and it was into wind, that this may just pop the ball up in the air a little bit with that weight and the hollow body design. But if you're someone who's maybe a little bit slower swing speed, I wouldn't say super slow, but slower swing speed sort of than I am, this will still help you and it will still get the ball out there and it will still launch the ball high. Because I know some people get scared of driving irons because they just don't feel they can hit them. I think if you went and tested this, you'd be pleasantly surprised. Anyway, I hope you've liked that video, and if you have, please do hit that like button down below. As always, please drop some comments down about what you think about the Wilson Staff Club, and if you're not yet subscribed, please hit my logo there on that side, and that will take you to be able to subscribe to my page, which more and more people are doing, which aids this channel in growth, which means I can put better content out there. Hopefully I will see you all on the next video.